get an ultrasound of the baby. The same day that you go for the ultrasound of your pregnancy, we're also going to do an ultrasound of your breast. And I said, okay. So went in, and that was the day. Okay, that day was actually it was an amazing day because I thought I was expecting one baby. Okay, so then I get to the ultrasound doctor, and they were performing the ultrasound on me, and she had this device on my stomach, and then she had the screen, right there, and I was like, and she's looking at me, and she goes, any twins run in your family? And I'm like, yeah. I'm all, why? And she goes, well, meet baby A and meet baby B. I was like, oh my God, I'm having two babies. Okay, I had waited 15 years to get pregnant, and I get two, for one. So that was really nice. I wasn't really paying attention about the lump anymore. I was just like so overly excited. I was overwhelmed with joy, happiness. I was having two babies. So they did perform the ultrasound of the big lump in my breast, and I went home, and I never thought anything about the lump in my breast. Never, nothing. I was just pregnant with twins. And the next day, I get a phone call, and she tells me, you need to come in for an aspiration of your breast. And I said, an aspiration? And I said, oh. I said, so it's water. I said, maybe one of these implants is leaking, because I heard of stories like that, leakage of implants and stuff. And I thought, okay, well, maybe it's leaking. So, well, she called me back an hour later, and she tells me my mistake. She goes, you have to come in for a biopsy. And I said, a biopsy? I said, so what? You see a mass in there? I mean, what is it? And she's like, I can't really tell you. You're going to have to wait till you talk to your doctor. And I said, oh, okay. So I did. They scheduled me for a biopsy, and I came in the next day right away. And I had to wait 2 weeks for the results to come in. Still, I'm not thinking about cancer. Last thing in the back of my head. I'm actually excited, getting ready. I have a quinceañera that I was preparing for. My daughter, just turning 15. And I was having a 350 guest party, getting ready to have this big bash, people flying in from all over the country, and so cancer was not in my head. And besides that, I was over 35, so my amniotic fluid is what? It's this fluid that when you're past 35, if you're testing high, chances are that one of the babies has, chances of low syndrome, and so they did an amniocentesis test on me just to make sure the chromosomes on these babies were fine, and so I was really concerned about the results of the amniocentesis test than I was of my breast. So anyway, so we go skiing December 26, 2007. 2 weeks have gone by already, and I'm still waiting for the amniocentesis test results, not the breast, okay? Never the breast. So we're skiing, and we're coming down the mountain December 26th of 07. We're in the Suburban and full of family, friends, and my daughter, Tatiana's right next to me. My cell phone rings because I had no service up there. But when I was coming down from the mountain, my phone started ringing. Hello, hi Zoila. I'm all, hi doctor, how are you? Dr. Park, my gynecologist. So I'm thinking, you got news already on my amniocentesis? Are the babies okay? Zoila, you have to be here tomorrow first thing in the morning to see an oncologist. An oncologist. Seriously, I didn't know what an oncologist was. I didn't know that that was a cancer doctor. I didn't. And I said, an oncologist, what is an oncologist? And he says, well, your test results came back and it's malignant. You have stage 3C breast cancer, infiltrating ductal carcinoma. And the reason I'm telling you this over the phone, Zoila, is because you need to come in tomorrow morning. You know? Cancer? What? My daughter's sitting next to me. The car is full of people. Everybody's quiet, silent. You know? Everybody starts crying. My daughter's one of them. I mean, she's like, cancer. You know, we hear that and you're like, oh my gosh, she's gonna die. You know? And I thought I was gonna die too. I did. I was scared to death. I was. I didn't want to show that. I didn't want to reflect that, especially having my 14-year-old daughter sitting next to me. So anyways, so I'm like, okay. So what about the baby? Zoila, it is recommended that you have an abortion. And I said, why? Because we don't know how bad the cancer is, and we can't tell if you're pregnant. We can't do anything. We don't know if it's spread to any of your vital organs, your lungs, your liver, your kidneys. We don't know. So you have to have an abortion. That tore me apart. I didn't care about the cancer. I was so worried about those babies and about Tatiana. You know, but anyways, my daughter's like screaming next to me and she's like, Mom, I want to cancel my party. I don't want this quinceañera anymore. I don't want it. And I said, what? Are you crazy? I said, we've been planning this for over a year and a half. You have to be kidding me. And she goes, I don't want it, Mom. I go, well, guess what? I said, we're 2 weeks from this big event. And it's going to happen. I said, I'm not going to stop it. So anyways. So the next day, I went to the oncologist, and he said to me, you know, Zoila, the reason we've already scheduled your abortion, you know, you have to go for a 3-day orientation meeting this Thursday. That was a Monday. Because the abortion that you're going to have, it's a 3-day process. And I said, a 3-day process? I go, why? Well, because you're pregnant, you're only 2 weeks from being 5 months. And you're having 2 babies, not 1. So we need to schedule you, and you'll go through the orientation of what's gonna happen, and you're scheduled for this Thursday because we have to act quickly. You gotta have an abortion now. You know, you're just 2 weeks after 2 weeks of being 5 months. It's almost impossible. We need to do it now. So you're scheduled for the orientation this Thursday. And I was like, okay, all right. Okay, so I went to the orientation to the abortion clinic, Long Beach Memorial. I went with my 2 best friends because the twins' father was in Nicaragua at that time. So I went in and I sat down.